I'm often amazed how often those from the other side who have passed come back to the earth plane one more time. And it seems they need to do this to be able to move on. In my family situation many years ago, when we were doing trance mediumship, regularly people would come through, and it was quite traumatic for them the first time they came back because their memories came flooding back to them. I can remember one case with a fighter pilot, and he crashed and he died on the earth plane before moving on. And when he came back, it was very difficult for him to start with, but when he'd got his memory back and faced them, he could talk and he was absolutely fine. And also, sometimes when I give readings, people who've never had a problem on the earth plane, I know one lady who was probably one of the best mediums in the UK, her daughter came for a reading with me, and it was very traumatic for her, as if she opened up for one last time, had all the memories from the earth plane, and then from that point, she was okay. And I could sense with her as well that after that took place, she had taken another step further on to wherever you go into the next world. And also, I've come across it well with spirits and ghosts I've removed from houses. They're in the same sort of situation. And even last week, I was doing a demonstration in the church with two other mediums that I'm training. And I've had this before, but a lady came back and stood next to the chair lady who was running the evening. And I recognised her. And she was a lady who, about 2 years ago, she was in a house. Nothing evil about this lady whatsoever. And she'd been there for decades. And I managed to move her on, no problem at all. And her free will was to leave with the situation that I set up. And again, we have to understand how difficult it is for them to do this. You imagine that you've been stuck in a house, your own free will, whatever the situation is, a lack of understanding for decades, and people have come in and out that house, and then suddenly a medium like myself recognises them and manages to move them on. The courage that they must have to come back again to the earth plane one last time, with all the memories of being there for so long. In the church situation, next to the chair lady, I recognised this spirit who moved on a few years ago. She had that courage to be there, and she was able to be there because the church situation was a very safe place for her to come. So during the various things we were teaching on that evening, she was there for some time, and by the end of the evening, she gently moved off. There are so many more examples I can give you, but whether they were someone who was trapped into a house, whether they're one of the best mediums in the country, whoever it is, it seems to be to come back one last time, all your memories come back again, almost like saying goodbye to the earth plane, if you like, and then they move on. And with every single one when they leave, I can sense they take another step on their pathway, perhaps to the next world and to the next world. But it's fascinating what's happening with so many different spirits, ghosts, and in a circle situation, regularly the same thing will take place.